Tomorrow will be a great day. I'm going to get my hair cut. It will be the first time since the 3rd of December 2020. I know the date because it was just in advance of Prince Charles's visit to Salisbury. And when I look at the photos of that marvellous occasion, I can't believe how short my hair was. Heather has done a valiant job with the clippers, and our marriage has survived. Indeed, our trust of one another has deepened. But it will be very good to sit in a barber's chair once again. This is largely my vanity speaking, but it's reassuring that the momentous nature of a haircut is at least as ancient as the books of the Bible. In its pages, a huge significance is ascribed to the shearing of its characters' locks. The most famous of them is Samson, the judge of Israel. An angel tells his mother that when he is born, no razor is to come on his head, for the boy is to be a Nazarite to God from birth. A Nazarite is one set apart or consecrated. Samson grows up knowing that his long hair is a sign of his dedication to God. When he confesses this to Delilah, she has his head shaved, and his immense strength deserts him and leaves him powerless before his enemies. Now, it isn't having a haircut that seals the fate of King David's son, Absalom. Quite the reverse. We are told, "Now in all Israel there was no one to be praised so much for his beauty as Absalom. When he cut the hair of his head, for at the end of every year he used to cut it, he weighed the hair of his head, 200 shekels by the king's weight." Absalom plainly takes great pride in his abundant head of hair. But you may remember his grisly death. He has risen in revolt against his father. And the narrative reads, Absalom was riding on his mule, and the mule went under the thick branches of a great oak. His head caught fast in the oak, and he was left hanging between heaven and earth. The young man's pride in his hair comes before, well, it does not come before a fall, and that's the problem. St. Paul would presumably have taken a dim view of both Samson and Absalom. He is very clear about gentleman's coiffure when he writes to the Corinthians. Does not nature itself teach you that if a man wears long hair, it is degrading to him? In the Acts of the Apostles, St. Luke tells us that when Paul takes a vow, he cuts his hair at the port city of Cenchreae. Unlike Samson, for Paul, a trim appearance is the signal of his sacred promise. I am looking forward to getting my hair cut. And my little tour of the biblical history reminds me that the 20 minutes or so that I'll spend staring at myself in the barber's mirror and talking about our experience of lockdown and our holiday plans are capable of having significance. A haircut can mean something. It can serve more than vanity. For starters, it will be a tiny, tiny injection of funds into Salisbury's economy, and just now that matters. It will also mean a face-to-face encounter and a conversation, and I've not had enough of those this year. But when I leave the chair, I should be able to see more clearly. No fringe flopping into my eyes. I should travel a little more lightly. No thick thatch to carry around. And if we get another frost, I will undoubtedly be chillier. No defence against the cold from the layers up top. Seeing clearly, travelling light, living undefended. From tomorrow, I hope that's how my life this spring will be. In fact, I hope it's how all my life will be. Seeing clearly, travelling light, living undefended. Bless you.